Hello, Charles Van Morgan. I'm in front of Channel 10 News. I had to stand outside because they put my name all over the news in a bad light and told lies about me, but they won't interview me to correct it. They'll interview John Rose, who's running for governor, who met his wife when she was 17, a juvenile, and he was 42. And he had authority over her, ability to give her a scholarship, and now he's married to her. But they won't interview me. I'm not running for governor yet, but I would like to straighten out the record. I don't know if I'll run or not, but that's how Channel 10 News does. We're here today. We want to talk about lies. There's fake news, and there's also fake judges, lying news and lying judges. I want to talk about judicial corruption and some of the things I can prove are lies. This is some information I got when I was in law school studying for the bar exam, and it's why is this important, and it's talking about judicial ethics. It is wrong to punish someone for something she did not do, and that's what the Tennessee judges and Tennessee court systems do. I might add to that, it's also wrong to let people get by with stuff that they did do, to wrongfully persecute people that didn't do anything wrong, and that's still ongoing. I want you to know that as Tennesseans, I'm on your side against the judiciary, because it's a corrupt judiciary, and I have proof of that. I want to talk about Judge Randall Lefevre. Now, he was the judge in my administrative law case. He was not the originally appointed judge. They reappointed a new judge, Judge Randall Lefevre, because they handpicked a judge that was on their side and not the judge they had originally put that would have ruled in my favor, I believe. Judge Randall Lefevre wrote in his ruling against me, he said, moments of the grievance arrived at the crash scene as the trooper arrives in the road, and as the trooper top rise in the road and followed curve to the left, the grievance headlights illuminated the crash scene. The grievance in-car video recorder captured the civil car crashed against the tree, its hood spraying open and tail lights glowing. That's what he wrote in his ruling against me, and he signed that. Judge Randall Lefevre signed that. Now that's a lie, and there's video proof of that lie. And this is what judges do. They lie in facts because it's harder to appeal facts on appeal, because they judge the credibility in the trial court where you're right in front of them. So when judges misprint the facts, then you're going to lose, and judges lie in trial courts. Now here is what the news said about me. It looked like a parked car to me. Trooper defends actions in fatal wreck. Now, I did say that. It did look like a parked car. And then they add down here, don't believe that lying camera, believe me. I never said that, but they put it down here like I said that. I didn't say that. So let's put that back on them. The judge wrote in his ruling that there's taillights on the car after it crashed. But what the judge is asking you to do is what they're saying, I don't believe that lying camera, believe me. That's what the judge is doing. He's saying, don't believe the camera, believe what he says. Because the camera shows, specifically, the camera will show, here is the car when I first initiated the pursuit. You can see very clearly taillights right there on the car. Now that's when I initiated this pursuit. So you can see difference. Taillights are on when the pursuit's initiated. That's what I was following. Here's another picture of the taillights on, a closer up picture. You can clearly see taillights on. There's no indication that there aren't, and that's what the judge thinks is a lying camera. And then here is, he says that I passed it, and here is right before the vehicle crashed. You can tell I have no vision of the car, so it left my sight before it crashed. I didn't have a trail to follow because it crashed after it left my sight. So it's not hard to think that as you go past the crash scene, you'd be looking down the road, not where it crashed, because the car suddenly stopped its momentum that I didn't see. So when you top the hill, you're looking way down the road. You didn't see the tree stop its momentum. And he says a taillight was on. You could see the wreck scene clearly lit up by my headlights. You can see there's obstacles in the road. He didn't mention that, did he? And look at this. This is after it crashed. You can see the car off the side of the road right here. Clearly, there's no taillights on that car. So the judge lied in his ruling. Video evidence. Don't believe that lying camera. Believe the judge. And that's what they'll do to you. They disregard evidence and they print whatever they want to print. And here's a picture right here. You can see the taillights. They're not lit up. There's no taillights on that car. That is my headlights glancing across the tail end that there's no damage on. You see this every day in sporting events where a referee tries to make a call, and when he doesn't see something because stuff's in his way, they go to the camera and they go over there and look at the camera. Sure, they can straighten it out after they look at the camera, but when you're in real live action, they can't call things right then. You can't see things right then. So they have to go to the camera and they have to decipher what's going on, because it's unfair to hold a referee accountable to stuff he can't see in live action. Now I turned this upside because they're upside down, they're up on their heads. These are judges that adjudicated that I shouldn't get my law license. They indicate that I'm not a honest, capable person of being a liar, although I have never been convicted of any crime in my life, falsely accused, never convicted of any crime. But while these judges were adjudicating that I'm not honest enough to be a lawyer, they were committing a crime. This one particular lady was adjudicated I'm not honest, and she was committing a felony of dishonesty, what's called an infamous crime, at the time she adjudicated that I'm not honest. So these judges in the state of Tennessee are corrupt as hell. They take your life away. They'll take your rights away. They make money off guilty verdicts because they get paid in their retirement for that. I'm Charles Van Morgan. I'm standing up against the corrupt fake news, the false news that won't even talk to me, which that's fine with me. They won't like what I got to say. And against the fake judiciary that harms your life. We need accountability in the judiciary. We need people in power that appoint judges that will uphold the Constitution of the United States of America and not uphold what the government tells it to do. I was in law school. I've met these judges. They claim that they're serving the state. That's what one of them said to me in a classroom when I was in law school. I know the judges. I've met them. I've sat in their classrooms. They're not supposed to serve the state of Tennessee. That's wrong. They're supposed to serve the citizens of the state of Tennessee and uphold the Constitution and protect people from the state government. And they don't do that. They can take your property. They can take your life. Let's get together, band together. Friends calling friends beats these billionaires bought elections. Check with me again. Call your friends. Let them know Charles Van Morgan is on the road to a better Tennessee. Thank you, and God bless you all.